My name's Mike Bosley. My involvement with the dolphins in the Port River estuary goes back many, many years.
Hi, my name is Freya Higgins-Debiol and I am a senior lecturer in tourism with the University of South Australia.
Hello, my name is Cristina Vicente. I'm one of the staff here at the Adelaide Dolphin Sanctuary.
Yeah, so my name's Phil Doddridge. I've been coming down to the Barker Inlet and the Port River for about 30 years as a kayaker and been running adventure kayaking for about 17 years now.
My name is Vera Hughes. I work for the Department of Environment, Water and Natural Resources since 2003.
So I'm Mariana Borman, and I guess my involvement with the Adelaide Dolphin Sanctuary stems back to before it became a sanctuary. I've loved dolphins for as long as I can remember and first got to meet many of the dolphins that live in the sanctuary over 20 years ago.
So I'm Lisa Lone. I manage the Land, Marine and Biodiversity program for the Adelaide and Mount Lofty Ranges region, and the Adelaide Dolphin Sanctuary is part of what I manage.
Hi, I'm Anne Mitchell and I'm the coordinator at the Port Adelaide Visitor Information Centre.
My name's Natasha Sutcliffe. I'm Nudinjeri Ghana and I grew up in the Port Adelaide area. My family's lived here all their life.
The Adelaide Dolphin Sanctuary Act was finalised in the Parliament in 2004 and then commenced operation in 2005. And in that time we'd been thinking about how do we develop the management plan, what does it need to be, how does it need to work, and we had no real precedence in South Australia. We had no other marine protected areas. This predated the comprehensive marine parks work that since has occurred. And we also had a public who was quite uncertain about what it would mean to have a dolphin sanctuary in the middle of the city.
Because there's so much happening here already that it was a busy port and people used it for all sorts of things. It was quite heavily polluted and so forth, and the idea of transforming that into a sanctuary was a very difficult task from a kind of a management point of view.
Initially when I came down here, this was a rubbish dump, and now to the people that I bring down here, it's regarded as a fascinating environment with such a diversity of, firstly, things to see, but also animals to interact with, particularly the Port River dolphins.
We are concerned, as it's become a marine sanctuary, not only with maintaining a nice place for this permanent resident population of dolphins to continue to be here and thrive and to make us happy, but also to manage their habitat and to ensure that the whole ecosystem here is kept in the best condition possible.
Because the dolphins live so close and they come so close to the land, we've learnt a lot about the dolphins and we've been able to get to know them and learn about them and their families and their behaviours.
Yeah, the ADS means lots of things to me. I guess one thing it means to me is the culmination of a huge amount of hard work by a lot of people.
The ADS, the Dolphin Sanctuary, means a lot of things to me. When I first came to South Australia, I didn't know anything about the Dolphin Sanctuary. I didn't even know it existed. And when I first visited the Dolphin Sanctuary, I knew I wanted to work here. I knew I wanted to live here. I knew it was a really special place. It doesn't take long to fall in love with the area, and I think I fell in love at first sight.
My family lived and camped along this area in the Port Adelaide River. My grandmother's great-great-grandmother was actually born here. Her name was Latalari, so this part of the river has always been very important to our family. And the dolphins, we know that if we come here at certain times, they're always here. And I think they're important to us and to my children. They always look forward to coming here and seeing the dolphins and being on the land.
The ADS is one of those really special places right next to Adelaide with amazing wildlife, but with the backdrop of the big container ships and industry and working port.
Just generally, the people of Adelaide don't realise what a treasure we've got down here.
I feel it is fantastic that the importance of the dolphins has been recognised and that the area has been made a sanctuary.
What has happened since it's become the Adelaide Dolphin Sanctuary, firstly, is that there are people down here whose prime aim is to educate people in how to use this area appropriately. Along with that has come an explosion in the number of people that are coming here with protection and identification and monitoring of the dolphins in mind.
We're at a time of deindustrialization, and the port is trying to find a new future for itself. And this marine sanctuary that we have here, not only in the port but of course in the estuary and into the Gulf, actually is one of the draw cards that makes a thriving place for community to love its environment, but to also attract tourists. And as a tourism academic, I'm hoping that we can get the best outcomes for the future, for the dolphins, for the community, and for visitors who might join us in enjoying this lovely place we have.
We promote our wonderful dolphins to visitors to our area. And with visitors, that includes international, interstate, and of course local people.
International visitors are absolutely amazed at what they find down here. A very small area of high quality environment, and the Port River Dolphins are just an amazing experience, and they've given so many incredible interactions with people from all around the world.
And I guess it's sort of like the midlife of the sanctuary now. It's here, it's established, it's going well. There are staff who are dedicated to looking after the sanctuary and the dolphins in the sanctuary. And we know that the numbers of dolphins in the sanctuary have been increasing. But I say it's kind of like the half-life of the sanctuary, because I'm always looking forward and hoping things can get better.
One thing is climate change, and it's human demands on the natural environment, and it's also having populations and communities like Port Adelaide have positive futures, and how do we find the balance for sustainable development that we need.
In 2025, I would like to see this area as a passive recreation zone, and it regarded as some of the highest quality wetland, coastal wetland environment in this area.
Something I would like to see for 2025 is that we have been able to engage more people. The more people know about the dolphin sanctuary, the more people know about the environment of the sanctuary, and I guess that South Australia is proud to have a place like this.
More awareness of our dolphins. I know when visitors come into the centre and we tell them that we have wild dolphins living here, they all get very excited.
That it's really well integrated with our other programs, with marine parks and the Adelaide International Bird Sanctuary and the other work that we do in the region.
I'd like to see the dolphin calves surviving. I know a lot have died, so it'd be good to keep the river clean and just basically what they're doing. Looking
forward, the thing that I'm really trying to hope will happen is to get a dolphin interpretive centre established. An interpretive centre that would help people understand what it's like to be a dolphin in the Port River, to help people see the Port River estuary through the eyes of a dolphin.
What I'd like to see is all stakeholders protecting this environment, respecting what it takes to make sure that the habitat is of a quality that we get the whole ecosystem thriving. And by this is thinking about the marine grasses, not only the beautiful dolphins that grab our attention and make us love them, and then thinking about what kinds of businesses and industries we create that will keep the marine sanctuary in the best condition possible.
It would also sadden me greater if people in the future can't actually see this part of the river in its present condition, and that we couldn't maintain or improve on what we've got.
I feel it is vital that we do all that we can to help protect the dolphins and their environment, so that future generations can visit the Adelaide Dolphin Sanctuary and see these